Howdy folks, my name's Claus Janzen. This is my son Kyle. We work together, have for at least a decade. I'm the old man, I do all the heavy lifting. He gets the regular paycheck. But, that's a family winery, consummate family winery. I'm here to tell you about our namesake wine, Bacio Divino, and its little sister, Pazzo. Call me crazy. Bacio Divino has been around for 25 years. Diane and I began this label wanting to be somewhat contrarian to a Napa Valley Cabernet. I was working with Chuck Wagner at Camus at the time. He's the one that suggested I become a winemaker and do my own wine. We chose to do something a little different that appealed to us. Having spent a lot of time in Italy with enjoying super Tuscan wines that were becoming the sort of the flavor of the month, we decided to combine a little Sangiovese with a Cabernet, perhaps even a little Petit Syrah, dark and broody varietal. Those two worked very well together. But the wine was definitely Cabernet driven, enhanced by these two unique varietals. Mr. Robert Parker, a good friend, blew us away with a rating on the first vintage of 94, and we haven't looked back in 25 years, never having lost any rating lower than 90 in 25 vintages. Kyle will tell you more about this wine in a little bit. Pazzo, we began probably 10 years later. We needed a different price point wine. We wanted more of a fun wine, something you could drink 2-3 times a week rather than once a month. And Kyle will tell you about that as well. It's a wine that has several varietals in it, whatever works best. And that's the idea of how we make wine, to make the best wine we can, a wine that we enjoy. And we've done that with Pazzo. It's different from year to year, and Kyle will tell you about that. We've just recently bottled the 2018 vintage, which has a larger component of Cabernet, and I think probably our best vintage ever of Pazzo.
I'm here to give you a little bit more information about our flagship wine, Bacio Divino, and its kid sister, Pazzo. I consider these our blended series of wines. So both are made up of several different varietals blended together to create the best possible product. Pazzo, we like to use Sangiovese as the dominant varietal. A varietal that's somewhat uncommon here in Napa Valley. Some folks have called us a little bit crazy for making a Sangiovese-based blend, and that is indeed what Pazzo means, crazy. We use Sangiovese as the dominant, the base, but then we add in some of the other varietals you're much more familiar with, Cabernet, Merlot, Syrah, things of that nature. We don't really restrict ourselves. We'll blend in anything we really feel fits any particular vintage. Trying to make the best wine we can, and a wine that doesn't require decanting. You can pop that cork and it is ready to go. Next to it is Bacio Divino. This is our flagship wine. It's the wine we've been making the longest, and the wine we still take the most time putting together and blending. So we start with a really strong core of Cabernet from Cloudy's here in our estate, as well as some of the Beckstoffer sites we source from in Oakville and Rutherford in the valley floor. And we heighten that with just a little bit of Sangiovese and occasionally other varietals as well. Much bigger, much bolder, a longer finish, and a little bit more serious than Pazzo, its kid sister counterpart. This is a wine that we've always done well with the critics. We think it's very enjoyable at a young age, but also has a pretty lengthy cellaring time if you prefer to lay your wines down. Okay folks, thanks again for watching the video. Please enjoy a bottle of Bacio Divino or Pazzo in your home soon.